Welcome to BBC News, broadcasting at home and around the globe. I'm Regid Ahmed, our top stories. Authorities in the southern German city of Ansbach say a man has set off an explosive device near a bar, killing himself and injuring 12 other people. As Munich mourns the victims of Friday's mass shooting, police arrest a 16-year-old friend of the gunman. No blanket ban on Russia's team going to the Rio Games. The International Olympic Committee is accused of failing to tackle state-sponsored doping. And turmoil on the eve of the US's Democratic Convention. A row over leaked emails forces the party chair to resign. Hello and welcome. The authorities in southern Germany say a man has set off an explosive device near a bar, killing himself and injuring 12 other people, 3 of them seriously. The blast happened in the city of Ansbach near the entrance to a popular music festival. Now, more than 2,000 people were evacuated from the event, and we're going to show you some pictures from the city in the last hour or so. And just a warning, there are a lot of flashing lights in those pictures, but let's just show you the scene as it was just an hour ago at least. Lots of police there, emergency services at the scene and responding to this emergency. Now, it is late at night in Germany. It's about 3 a.m. there. This blast happened a few hours ago, and Ansbach is in Bavaria to the west of Nuremberg and in the southern part of Germany. Now, with me is our reporter Smita Mundasad to give us some more details. Smita, first of all, can we just go over the facts as we know it?
Reports first started coming in of an incident around 10 p.m. local time. There were suggestions that there was an explosion near Eugene's wine bar, according to local reports, and also close to a music festival. Now, the AP Newswire says that a man killed himself, likely the attacker, when an explosive device that he was believed to be carrying went off near this music festival. We understand now that 12 people have been injured and 3 seriously. According to officials, they're saying that it was intentional, that no arrests have been made, that they think that the man that has died was the perpetrator of this attack. And of course now lots of investigators are going in. We've seen from pictures that police are there, helicopters are circling close by, and local media reports suggest a crisis team has been set up nearby to look into this, to understand the motivation.
Now, it is interesting how this story developed, because when we first heard about it, there were reports of a gas explosion. Can you give me an idea of how authorities have responded since then?
A few hours ago, as you say, we believed it was a gas explosion from local media reports, that it had happened in a restaurant. But within the last 2 hours, we've understood that it was an explosive device. We understand that the Bavarian internal minister is on their way to see exactly what's happening there, and the investigators are looking closely. The scene, of course, has been sealed off, and many police are now there. It is not a gas explosion. It was an explosive device, according to newswires, according to police and officials there.
We will have another quick chat in a moment, but I just want to show viewers these live pictures coming in just of a press conference that police are about to give. That is due to start shortly. Now, presumably they're going to give us more details about how they know that this was a deliberate explosion, but it comes at quite a tense time for Germany, doesn't it, with a number of events this week?
It has been a difficult week for Germany, with 2 major incidents. On Monday, we heard of a teenager with an axe injuring people on a train in Bavaria, and on Friday, again, a gunman killing several people and injuring many people. And Germany has been in mourning over these 2 attacks. So yes, a tense time. Of course, we do not know the motivation for this attack, and we will hear more in the press conference that is coming up. But yes, Germany is tense at the moment.
That's right. We still don't know what the motives are. at all. We know very much just the basics. But let's go now to this report on the blast. We'll get a number of the facts again by the BBC's Russell Trott, and again a warning that there are a lot of flashing lights in this report.
Another emergency in another German city, this time Ansbach near Nuremberg in the south of the country. Police say shortly after 7 in the evening, an explosive device being carried by a man went off at a bar near an open-air music festival, injuring several people, some seriously. More than 2,000 festival goers have been evacuated from the area. Whilst details are still coming in as to exactly what happened here, Ansbach is home to a US Army base and is 150 kilometres from Munich, where a gunman killed 9 people at a shopping mall on Friday. It comes as Germany remains in a state of heightened tension. Police say the man who died was carrying a backpack, although there's no information yet as to his identity. Officers have set up a special operations room in Ansbach city centre, and local people are being asked to stay away from the area whilst the investigation into what happened here continues. Russell Trott, BBC News.
And those are some of the details there with this developing story of an explosion in the southern city of Ansbach, which is in Bavaria. That's in the south of Germany. We are expecting a police press conference to happen shortly. Those are the pictures you can see there, and I'm sure they'll go over the facts. But we do have our reporter Smita Mundestad with us at the moment. Smita, there has been quite a response from authorities and emergency services, but a lot of it's been coming from the Bavaria Interior Ministry. Is that right?
Yes, the Bavarian Interior Minister himself is on his way now to check out exactly what's happened. We understand that a crisis team has been set up, lots of local police there, helicopters circling, all looking to try and understand exactly what happened and, crucially, why it happened. It's worth us recapping that reports first came in around 10 p.m. local time that there had been some sort of blast. At first, people thought, according to local media and some German TV stations, that it was a gas explosion at a restaurant. We now understand that it was actually a man carrying an explosive device, according to police officers, and that man was killed when this explosive device went off. 12 people have been injured, 3 seriously.
We have no idea of the motives, but it did strike me that I was quite surprised that quite soon after the event, authorities said this was a deliberate explosion, it was set on purpose.
We heard very quickly, within 1 to 2 hours after the initial reports came in, that officials were saying that it was intentional, that it was not accidental. And it will be interesting to hear from this press conference now. Hopefully they will give us some answers as to why they came to this conclusion quite so quickly. This incident happened very close to a popular music festival. Around 2,000 people were attending and have been evacuated, according to reports.
Now, can you remind us of the injuries? We have 1 death, but that is believed to be the attacker, but others have been caught up in this.
We understand that the numbers of injured have been going up, and in the last 20 minutes or so, we understand that it's not 10, but 12 people who've been injured, 3 of them seriously. There are lots of rescue efforts on the scene, and of course, as more information comes in, we will bring it to you. It is an unfolding situation. No arrests have been made. It's worth pointing that out, and from Newswire reports it suggests that there aren't any other attackers and that police aren't looking for anyone else, according to Newswire's at the moment. The officials are saying that a man, the likely attacker, was killed when an explosive device he was carrying, perhaps in a backpack, according to some reports, went off, injuring 12 people, 3 seriously.
Smita, I'm sure we will continue to get more on this as the story develops, and we'll be speaking to you again.